Hello, my loves, and welcome back to Along This Spiritual Journey. So, this has not something that has not been said before, but it's again okay to reiterate information so that we can keep learning as a collective, right? That's what it's all about. That's what we're here for, to keep re-educating ourselves so that we can keep growing and healing and hopefully getting to a place of knowing what to do and not waiting for us to be told what to do. Which brings me to a point. There are going to be a lot of situations with a lot of different people who want their demons to irritate you because you are doing your work to not be irritated. When I say demons, again, I am not speaking anything crazy, evil, whatever. I am speaking pure entities that represent a type of behavior that we in our society deem as unsavory. So again, someone who is literally just spiteful for no reason all the time, bitterness on their heart. Again, I'm not judging their life. I'm not judging their journey. I'm saying that is an entity attached to them. And they are living it. They are going through it. They are experiencing it. And they don't know how to get out of it. They don't know how to receive energy and help to get out of it because that entity is so deeply inwoven into who they feel they are now. Because remember, this stuff starts as children that at some level became some weird trauma, and then we integrate it back into our upbringing on how we keep reconditioning ourselves in our minds to, nope, we got to do this because remember that last time this thing said we were this thing, and now because they said they were this thing, we are that thing. And we have to keep that thing alive because I've only known what this thing is because it only speaks to me this way. It only rewards me this way. And if it's only through other people's pain, baby, that's not you. That's a demon. That's an entity. I don't care what nobody say. This is where I recognize that this journey of spirituality, again, we spoke about it. It's not that it's all about hippy dippy, gaga googa, everything's positive. It's about when you get into it in the depths of it and you see when you make it out on the other end, sometimes scathed, sometimes unscathed, but you made it through alive, right? With at least most of your working parts. You laugh with joy because you're like, do you understand how much I went through, how far back I was and stuck and I was crying out for help and I thought no one was there and no one came to help me and I had to figure it out myself. And it becomes this level of the hero's journey. I've talked about this before in previous videos where you're like, even though it was frustrating that I didn't have what I felt I deserved to be necessary tools that help me heal and navigate and journey this life, it is so rewarding when you do it by yourself as well. We shouldn't have to. That's the key point to all of this emotional work and reparenting and training ourselves. We shouldn't have to, but since we have to, it does feel so much better when you do it on your own first. And then you rejoin civilization and you just be that energy. You just represent it. You don't have to try to force people to believe it. One of my biggest hangups about myself when I was younger is I literally thought because people agreed with me that they were stuck the way I was stuck and I wanted them to join me and change the world with me. Everyone goes through this when they're a kid, you know. We at least us, you know, humanitarians, we want something to change now because we feel that, yes, if enough people agree with me, maybe this will happen. And it's not always, it's not enough, you know. That's why people have their demons, their entities that tell them, well, sorry kid, you tried, may as well join them now, right? Okay, well, if not join them, let's just be a cynic and sit on the outside and say that we're better than them now because we're not like them. But it's like, we're also still not letting ourselves live authentically with nothing on our back. Building a tribe means you want like values, you want like morals, you want like levels of, I can learn from you, you can teach me, you're helping me evolve. That's a tribe to me. Subcultures, I've talked about this before, are more like, oh, we love this same type of sport, or we love this same type of music. There's nothing wrong with that. But if there's an identity, because this is branding and marketing 101, if there's an identity attached to that avatar, that is simply an avatar, okay? That is not you. That is not your existence. That was a brand that was built for you. Like for Mean Girls, when she said that, or not Mean Girls, Devil Wears Prada, she's like, honey, you picked that from a bin. We all designed that for you, but you think you're above us. It's not about trying to be better than or less than. It's about knowing that when something isn't right for you, you have to allow yourself to know that it's okay to step outside of what has been presented to you, right? There's a lot of things that have been built for us. That's established. I'm not trying to fight the established. I want to always challenge the now what, because we all wake up every day and make a choice. And we decide to do something, we decide to feel a certain way. I always tell people, I'm always so amazed by how one day a year, ever comes around, Christmas, everybody just knows how to act and be nice and be loving and kind. And even the people who don't have family, they make it something that they can, and they come together, they pull everything together. And even people who just go to the bar to have drinks, you're still finding some level of community. Or even if you're at home watching movies by yourself and you're just like, I don't celebrate. Point is people find a way to be calm that day. And then I always question, what is stopping y'all from doing that every day? Like genuinely, what is stopping you from doing that every day? And most people are kind of like, well, no one else changed, so why should I? And that's the part of you're going to meet people where they're going to be going through their moments of lashing out. That's normal. Trust me, I get upset, I get annoyed, I get pissed off too, but I have learned that I don't need to bring others down with me because I don't know yet how to climb out of the hole myself. I understand everyone's not at that level. I'm not dissing anyone, but I've learned that I cannot surround myself with people whose demons literally see that I'm healed or healing or walking through something that they may have not figured out yet, and they start to attack me. That don't feel good either, because then it makes you feel like you can't trust. And trusting is another entity that I don't need on me. I did a lot of work to learn how to trust myself. And now, at the ripe old age of 38, I know how to trust others, because it's not easy. I mean, look at the world. It's not easy. But it's reminding ourselves that if something happened to me today, I have to accept that. It's already happened if it's already happened, right? That's just how life works. But I can always try to make myself mindful of who's on my path, what's on my path, and how I'm going to integrate that into my life. And if I see that me just trying to be myself and love myself and being the best me I can be authentically irritates you, then yes, it's probably time to separate from that energy. I'm not ever saying throw people away. No one is disposable. Everyone's on a timeline. No, I'm never saying that no one can catch up to my timeline and we can't fix things. But I'm also not going to sit there in that timeline and have someone keep me stuck knowing I know how to get to the next level. Remind yourself, you don't need to feel bad on your journey and your process of healing. I know a lot of people don't like that word because it's being overused, but there's still a lot of hurt babies out there bleeding and crying all over everybody. And if we don't start talking about it, ain't nothing gonna happen. It has to be a level of how do I integrate this into my daily life and do it for the rest of my daily life. All right, I love you guys. Besos. Mwah.